Hi.
Wow, your glasses are new, you can tell.
Yeah, they're so
They're
much better.
shiny.
Well, I can see. I didn't realize how, you get
Your
a little older.
glasses are shiny.
First of all, welcome. If you're new
Yes.
to the channel, you can subscribe, like, share. There is a ton of content on this channel. I think
Here.
we're closing in on 1,050, I think, including shorts. Um, but we wanted to put out there as much information as you can about connection because it's vastly different than relationship.
It is Halloween Day 2025, and Lee and I usually will do a Halloween episode. However, this year we've been so preoccupied and so busy with lifing, um, that we didn't plan for that. Look, let's be real. Lee's not a planner. Lee flies by the seat of his pants. Um, I'm the planner around here, and I failed to plan.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I didn't do that. So that's what happened there.
But the day is still young.
You never
And
know.
just so we need to put this out there, happy liveversary, Sherry.
No, that's
It's 4 years yesterday.
4 years yesterday. My new liver is still going strong after 4 years. I'm pretty excited about that.
Mm, 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 mm.
Pretty excited about that. Um, yeah. Um, it's been busy.
Yeah,
That's a good word.
absolutely.
I like that word.
Absolutely. Um,
There
we
goes Siri talking to Beth.
we are still doing root camp,
Root camp.
and root camp we want to make sure that we have clarity on what root camp is. So first of all, this part of the segment, we would just like to talk about root camp, and why root camp, why you would want root camp, what root camp can actually be for, what it can do for you, um, what impacts it'll have in your life. It impacts everything in your life, from your job to your family to your friendships to your relationships, and hopefully opening up connections because you know root camp actually goes through and figures out why you didn't learn to have connection. It kind of is like walking through your journey to find out what happened to you that may or may not have disconnected you without you realizing. So when Sherry created the program, spirit in her, it was a spirit Sherry led based program. I don't think we really had any idea. We knew one thing for sure. We knew that people weren't coming together because of something back there.
Right.
I would say that you and Spirit really kind of came together with that one.
Yeah.
And plus, you had done a lot of healing up until that point on your own.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to discount that healing because it was
Mm-mm.
important.
No, it sparked
Um,
mine. So,
and although it doesn't seem as deep or as important as the healing I'm going through now, it was significant. Um, Root can't meet you where you are, um, wherever that is. So it didn't really matter where you are. Root camp will meet you there. And it's powerful. It's powerful and it works. It works. We're pretty proud of the program. We've been working in root camps for
since well, if we go really all the way back to like when it first, 2011, 2012, 20, it
what
was really
have you
officially,
done in
I would
my
say it was fully active, ready to 2014 for sure. It was already solid and going.
yeah,
2013 probably was like the bugs and the little miscellaneous things you run into as you go through the 11 questions, and then you go through the experience of what's happened, what you've been through, where you've been, how it impacted you, what that impact was. And you won't even realize how many of the same choices that impacted you there are the same choices you're stuck in now. So it's the release, or at least the coming to the release of what it was that put you in that way. We've seen people come together. We've seen families heal. We've seen connections flourish, mostly because when you go in and you start investigating things on the inside of you that where things have happened to you, and you didn't really pay attention to the actual feeling, or at least even let somebody be there for that feeling. This is the opportunity to do that.
Hmm.
Because the best, well, I wouldn't even say the best. Can you heal without connection? And when you're sitting with somebody who's not able to judge what you've been through, go through what you've been through, experience it the way you experienced it, all the things that you say to yourself, your internal dialogue, came from what happened to you in your past. And you don't realize how much of that is keeping your past alive. Root Camp uncovers that. It really, really, really does.
Yeah.
Did you say?
Why is it that I haven't yawned all morning, but the camera comes on and I'm over here? It never fails.
Um,
I don't know why that is. I don't yawn all morning.
I, I'm not sure.
I want to
So
start
if
asking
they're interested,
questions.
we're doing root camps. There are multiple levels of root camps, and there's adjustable. I mean, we can kind of customize root camp too. But the one that we do have out there, there is I think, an 11-hour root camp and a 22-hour root camp. So what you have is level one and level two. To really tell the truth, the more you start to discover about what somebody's going through, excuse me, I'm sure that's gonna have to be
We
cut off.
forgot to
No, don't hit pause. I can.
turn off the.
Oh, you can hit it there. All right, you
Okay.
got thank. Yeah, the bells must. Apologies. So what? Level one, the 11 hours, it's an hour. You can do an hour a week. You can do a couple hours. It's up to you how fast you want to get through it. But let us tell you, it's not really about the speed of which you do it. It's
Right.
really about that actual hour in which you're doing each
In
one of
that
these,
time, yeah.
because you don't realize how much you pull up and look at and go, oh, I didn't, because there's so many different ways to look at things. And then there's going to be questions that you're going to be asked that you're going to feel things in, and you got to feel those feelings through. That's how you heal. You don't heal without feeling things through. And when you don't have somebody present with you when you feel those things through, you're disconnected. You don't even see that you should let yourself need connection in those spaces, because you still need somebody to hold you. You still need somebody to witness you. You still see you can have connection. You just have to give yourself permission. And if you're not going to give yourself permission, don't be mad when the person you're connected to won't show up for you, because they're essentially going to give you exactly what you're giving you.
Right.
And once we started realizing this is a huge pattern in relationships, then we started going, no, wait a minute. How come in our connection we don't we experience it, but it's different in connection. In connection, your feelings and your thoughts can be made important,
Hmm.
not just what you sit and think about. You can say you feel something, but you really go pretty much to what you think.
Hmm.
There's no home for your feelings in that kind of way. That's what relationships are. Relationships aren't about your feelings having a home. Connection is about your feelings having a home. And you, until you're really clear on that, you don't really know that you're still chasing what your mind wants, but you're not even paying attention to what your feelings want. And you usually get what your mind wants, and your feelings are left out because that's what you intended. And you didn't even know that that was something broken on the inside of you. Well, Root Camp clearly shows you how those spaces are, but it also gives you the opportunity to fill them with
Yeah.
somebody who can witness them.
Right.
I thought you were going to add something.
No, no, I was agreeing with you,
um,
which is
so,
right.
so,
It is. It's rare around here.
well, some of the most fantastic things we've seen in root camps, we've seen people come in who've had addictions. We've seen people who've had sexual trauma,
Hmm.
sexual abuse trauma. We've seen and sat with and felt. That's
Hmm.
important too. Know that when we're sitting with you, it's not like we're not going to feel things with you. We will not have the reaction that you may be looking for, but know that we're going to be paying more attention to your feelings than what you probably do.
Right.
And that's important because when has anybody ever done that for you? Ever in your life? When have you ever allowed somebody to give you that to you? So the biggest part that we found was what was wounded in root camps is the permissions you don't give yourself. You don't give yourself permission for somebody to be there when you're hurting. You don't realize how deep an abandonment that is, and it's just causing more abandonment to find you. And we know how to go in there, follow the story, follow the pain, follow where you went, and really pay attention to the impact of what this did to your ability to make choices. Because in most cases, you don't even know that you're not making yourself a choice because you've left your feelings absent. You've left them on the table. You make your mind more important than what you feel, and then you're wondering why nobody gives you that feeling or comes up and shows up for that feeling or even ask you about your feelings. So the ability that you'll find in root camp is that 22 hours is going to be pretty much getting you to the space where you can communicate from your feelings a little bit better
Hmm.
than you ever have.
Yeah.
If you want to be able to speak completely from your feelings, there is a program we have for that, which came from root camp and kind of births into what I do as a connectionist.
It'll
Um,
be
sorry.
explained,
Mhm.
and that program we're gonna feature because we have a special on that program, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
in another video, watch soon, but um yeah, we're gonna run a special on that one.
yes, 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 we are.
Is that the one we talked about?
Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
well, we've talked about
Yeah.
that. I'm more or less. We just want to make sure that you guys have the description so you know what you're getting if you come and sit with Lee and Sherry.
You're not gonna get all these yawns. It's just got addictive. I just started one, and I promise, as soon as this video's over, I won't be yawning anymore. I don't know what's going on.
And
Not
if
even
you're still watching us up until this point, don't forget to like, subscribe, share.
That's right.
We and turn on your notifications for sure. Notifications for
Because
the shorts and
live, we want you to be notified.
yeah, yeah. And we noticed that we have to schedule the live. We've been doing
We're
shows.
not good at
And
scheduling.
we're not good at we're so present. We never in the future.
We are not great at
Well,
scheduling.
we're in our feelings. We're not in our
Well, we
mind in the
have to
future
keep
somewhere.
one.
You don't even see how far away from your feelings you are until you realize you do that so much.
We don't look at it as often as we should.
Nope. Yeah.
Um, yeah,
We
yeah,
we figured out how to heal as two
yeah.
people together in connection. And if you want to be able to do that with your spouse, with somebody you love, or if you're going through something, some kind of spiritual warfare, it really just put it this way. You've heard of those love stories where people stay together and they're bonded and you've seen it. I mean, you've seen all of it. We're living, breathing it. We work together, we live together, we're never apart. So we know a lot of the pitfalls because we've experienced those earlier on years ago. So if you're looking for people who've been through a lot, and I don't think we exaggerate when we mean we've been through a lot. We've been through it. Our journey is still available. You can watch that. There's 32 episodes. I think we're going to be shooting one here soon, so look for 33. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely would love to heal you.
Help you go into healing.
Yes, guide, heal with you.
Yes.
Heal with you is the key. Because there's a healing requires two. You can't do it by yourself. You need somebody to be there because you'll have feelings that come up on the inside and that may say, I need to be held. And you need to be able to ask somebody. So you need to make sure that you know that that is important to give yourself. That's how you first start trying to repair the receiver you were never given because you were taught to give all the time. We've rarely found anybody who said they were taught to receive and give. We've heard that everybody I don't think if you're watching this and you were able to learn how to receive, we would love to hear from you. We need your help because there's a lot of people in the world who don't know how to receive, especially when it comes to love, because love is a feeling. But if we're all up in our heads and we're not in our feelings, we don't know how to receive anything in feeling. So we want to be able to heal that because I believe that has a lot to do with why the world is in the state of suffering it is. Our receivers were broken and we're all givers. So who's in the receiving
Yeah.
end? So we need to figure out how to give and receive love again as a species, right? I mean, the human race has omitted the ability to feel between men and women because we said men don't feel, then it all pushed over. Then every woman jumped into their masculine and they stopped feeling. Next thing you know, nobody believes in connection because they didn't realize connection was something they could have.
Right.
It's that deep and it is that profound. And we are here trying to build an answer that would heal that in this world. And we believe we're the living, breathing example of it because your thoughts and your feelings matter, not one over the other. Both should be there. You're a human being. You've been taught to be human, but you were never taught being. We're where you learn being. And we want to teach being, we want to guide being, and we want to show you that being has a lot of keys to a lot of things, a lot of your healing, a lot of the ways that you experience the world. You should be in this world being able to feel equally as much as you think. You should be allowed to have your feelings there and your thoughts there, not just one over the other, which is kind of the collapse we're at. And we don't want connection to collapse. We want it to rebirth. We want it to thrive. Because can you imagine a world where human beings' thoughts and feelings equally are being paid attention to
Mm.
by each person? And it's not like we can't get there. We just forgot about feeling. You can tell. Look at the way we treat each other. We're not paying attention to other people's feelings because we're barely paying attention to our own. And this was taught to you to do. You don't even realize the education that you got was teaching you how to think. The education you didn't get was how to feel. Isn't that interesting? You didn't get a grade level, you didn't get kindergarten to a master's for feeling, but you did get kindergarten to a master's or whatever you want for thought. Like your feelings don't matter at all. So that is a world. I mean, we've looked around the world. We haven't found anybody teaching feelings. So your feelings are in a box. This is the box that Sherry was talking about earlier on. All of those feelings exist in that box, but that box is vast and it's deeper than any ocean. And the fact that you're not allowed to
Mhm.
live your life experiencing it doesn't make
Mhm.
sense. Not at all. But we want to heal that.
We want to help you heal that.
Yes. Help sometimes can be dangerous because we don't want you to feel like you need fixed or you're broken. That's not
Mhm.
what we're here to tell you. We're here to tell you you need to be connected to. Disconnection is the easy life to live because you were taught relationships.
Yeah.
What would happen if we learned connection? But if it was taught, well, we're trying.
You can check out Root Camp at relationshipreinvented.com. We would love to talk to you in a free session if you would like to go on and book that. If you have not had one, excuse me, if you've already had one, please save that for people who've already had one or have not had one. Thank you.
And for those of you that have done root camp before, so anybody who's ever gone through root camp, know that there's something new. The new thing is called Connect Me to Me, but we'll be getting back into that soon. So for those of you that have been through root camp, for those of you that have experienced root camp, know that there's now a brand new experience called Connect Me to Me, which really takes root camp to a deeper level. So if you're looking for your depth, you don't know how to obtain your depth or speak from it, that's what that would be for.
Thank you guys for watching. If you're still watching, you have beat the algorithm. Um, so the five of you who have, according to statistics, thank you. And for those of you who will be watching the replay, thank you too.
We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.